and they asked if my child wanted to transition, would I be notified? And they said no. And then they asked, what if my 13-year-old daughter wants to get an abortion? Will I be notified? Not necessarily.
Exactly.
I thought that was so wrong.
Yeah, so I believe in California it's above 12 or 13 years old
Yeah.
where a child does not have to notify their parents if they're going to get an abortion at school.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I had an incident where a father's daughter had left campus, gone abortion, and he was not notified by the school district.
Wow, that's heartbreaking. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Pastor and Wife podcast.
We welcome you to hang out with us today.
I'm Hansel.
I'm Natalie.
Okay, you guys, we got a very special guest, good friend, Angel. How's it going, man?
Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Can you briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. My name is Angel Arellano. I'm 26 years old, and I'm born and raised in Pomona, California.
All right, so you guys know each other. I don't know you as well, so I'm really interested to know how you got involved in like fighting for children's rights and all that.
Sure. Yeah, so I got involved in parental rights activism through my son. So he was born in 2018. In 2019, I enrolled him into the Pomona Unified School District's Child Development Program, specifically the home base program, where a teacher will come to my house a minimum once a month, and they will bring toys along with interactive tools to help my son progress in his growth.
Yeah.
And from sensory toys, things like that. At the same time, they will also give me a packet of information detailing the science behind my son's development.
Okay. So you have a son in the school system.
Exactly. So that was in 2019, 2020, 2021, and then he was in the home-based program.
Okay.
So the 21-22 school year, I had him at the half-day program for preschool.
Okay.
So I left them at the school site.
Oh, gotcha.
During that time, I kind of backed off on the involvement because I had to go to work. I was working for the San Gabriel Valley Conservation Corps, which is an environmentalist group that works in the cities and also into our local San Gabriel mountains.
Oh, right on. I just saw those guys like 3 weeks ago while I was hiking up Potato Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times they're out there. They're maintaining hiking trails.
Yeah.
They are planting trees, removing trees. They are clearing. It's called fire abatement. So they're clearing dead pine needles to prevent deforestation fires.
Yeah, and we totally need that. Last year we had major fires in LA County and surrounding counties. So you've always been involved in civics and.
Yes, yeah. So for the past 5 years, specifically, I've been getting more involved to build a better community for my family and my neighbors' families.
So it makes sense you would be involved in your child's life in the school system.
Yes, I wanted to be an involved parent because I grew up with an absent father. He was incarcerated the majority of my life.
Yeah.
Since I grew up with an absent father, I wanted to be a present father.
Yeah.
So part of that is being involved in your child's education.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So in March 2023, I was suggested to start attending executive policy committees at the school district.
Okay.
And I actually was elected to become vice chairman of their executive policy committee. Which is equivalent to a mini board of education for preschool.
Oh, that's good. So you had some authority in there.
Yes. So the next month I hosted a father involvement day with the assistant director of the district and also with a veteran and a father's rights advocate.
Oh, right on. Cool. I like that because fathers need to be involved. That's half the problem in society, actually a major problem. Now, how did we get to, from there, how did I get to meeting you at the Pomona school boards? Because our audience knows that I've traveled to Chino Valley, several places in LA County, Orange County, even San Diego County, to speak to school boards about the problems that's going on there. So, from being involved in your son's issue, how did I bump into you when there's like heated debates at the school boards?
Sure. So a community member from Chino Valley Unified the school district area
Yeah.
had contacted me and said that they would like me to show up to their school board
Okay.
for something called parental notification. Have you heard of this before?
Yeah, yeah. So can you explain to the audience what that is?
Sure. So the parental notification is basically the parent's right to be notified for life-altering decisions from suicide, bullying, mental health issues, and also the changing of the name or use of alternate facilities, restrooms, locker rooms, sports.
Yeah, you know, what got me involved, especially at that meeting in Chino Valley, was parents reached out to me as a local pastor because they read the policy and they asked if my child wanted to transition, would I be notified? And they said no. And then they asked, what if my 13-year-old daughter wants to get an abortion? Will I be notified? Not necessarily.
Exactly.
I thought that was so wrong.
Yeah, so I believe in California it's above 12 or 13 years old
Yeah.
where a child does not have to notify their parents if they're going to get an abortion at school.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I had an incident where a father's daughter had left campus, gone abortion, and he was not notified by the school district.
Wow, that's heartbreaking. So we both kind of had the same moral values. That's how we met. What is the problem in the school boards and city councils then?
Sure. In my perspective, I think that the problem is there is a lack of connection, communication, cooperation with the constituents for the elected officials.
So on what end? From their end to our end, or from our end to their end?
I would say it's their end.
Okay.
Because by law they actually represent us and making legal decisions for our taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
So when you get your check and your money's not there, you got taxed.
Yeah.
They're the ones that spend the money.
Right. So it's their responsibility to communicate clearly to us what their plans are, but technically they're supposed to do what we want them to do.
Exactly. So, and then it comes to an even bigger problem is that you have city, county, state, and federal representatives, hence representatives.
Yes.
They are by law representing us as their constituents.
That's right.
And what happens is these people don't actually know you by name. They don't know where you live at, and they also don't know your stances on policy.
Yeah, I find that to be true, especially as a local pastor in these areas in LA County, and not just me, but other pastors. When we show up, it's like they are flabbergasted at our opinion, but it's a popular opinion amongst parents.
Sure, it definitely is, and the thing is that when elected officials don't communicate with their constituents, they're pushing their agenda or their personal viewpoint instead of actually representing the people.
Yeah, and that's wrong, because you're right. If our tax dollars are paying their salary or paying whatever for them to be in a position of authority, they should be wanting to know what the people that they represent, what we want.
Exactly.
And executing that, not their own personal whims. So yeah, that's really good. So I wanna ask you, because we did meet at the Pomona School Board and we were fighting against this like obscene, like pornographic material in the library, and we were against that, and because they didn't notify the parents either that they had that, and especially in the classroom, we didn't want that. So how did we get from these school boards and city councils not communicating to having something obviously wrong as obscene things in front of our children?
Sure. In my perspective, that so there's 2 points of this. One point is that the lack of parental involvement in school districts, allow these people to make these choices
Okay,
on our
fair.
behalf. So then they were able to advance a policy that allowed this to happen.
Okay.
But then on a different note, the way this happened was Assembly Bill 1078.
Okay.
So this is by Assembly Member Corey Jackson.
Yeah.
Which prevents school districts from removing instructional material of any kind without the state's approval.
So what you're saying is they cannot remove it unless it's notified to a higher level, including Sacramento.
The thing is, they're already aware of the notification
Okay.
because they're the ones who allowed it to be there,
Oh,
which is actually
okay.
shocking.
So we have to get their permission
Yes.
before removing it.
According to state law.
That doesn't sound like a constitutional republic to me. That sounds like a top-down tyranny to me.
Sure. Yeah. So this is our state government moving towards globalism.
Okay.
Instead of localism, where local accountability, local control.
Right, I was going to say, I mean, that's part of the issue is that it's state controlled, not local. I mean, there's so many different decisions that we need to make locally based on the different needs of each tiny community. I mean, California is insanely huge and diverse, so
Yeah.
we need it to be local, right?
I agree, because every community has different needs, whether it be socioeconomic or cultural backgrounds.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties into diversity, equity, inclusion, right?
Yeah.
You hear the certain politicians mention this plenty of times.
Yes.
But there's actually an unequitable situation that's happening, and it's freedom and ability to access information,
Okay.
specifically policy and laws.
So I've noticed when they write policy and laws, it's almost beyond the scope of the working class person. So in the neighborhoods we visit and the school boards we visit, it's working class people, and they use verbiage and the vocabulary
I can
meant for a person with a doctorate. I don't
Yeah.
think that's
Exactly.
fair.
I agree with you that
Yeah.
there is it's inequitable.
Yeah.
Using their words.
Mhm.
And what happens is when you have an extensive document that is using high vocabulary.
Yeah.
That theory, we're saying in theory because not all working class people don't have an extensive vocabulary.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would say 80%, right? 80% of the working class people, when you hand them a policy or law, they don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, true.
I know I can't.
Yeah,
I'm one of them.
yeah, neither could I for a while. It took me years, to now understand the jargon.
Yeah. Yeah. So what seems to be happening is they're using this language of, inequity, but they're the ones being inequitable.
Yes,
Wow. That's hypocritical, if you ask me.
exactly.
Okay. So now it seems like they're going to do these things anyways, despite our outrage, despite our protest. What can we do to protect our children from this culture of over-sexualization?
Sure. In my perspective, the way that we could do that is parental involvement, right?
Okay.
So whether it be father, mother, or guardian involvement. So
Yeah.
when I say guardian, I'm saying anybody besides the father and mother, because sometimes things happen and they're not able to be present. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Whether it be grandma or uncle, cousin, foster parent, step parent.
Okay.
That's when they would step in and do what we're talking about here, is become involved in the child's life, and in terms of you said the protection of sexualization, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Against being sexualized. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that technology is probably one of the access points to sexualization at home. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Whether it be the phone, TV, the radio, or music, nowadays, even YouTube, you know what I'm saying, or kids channels.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They squeeze in, I'm sure you've seen some kids movies where they're showing their butts,
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So that's deliberate. So me and my son went to watch the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of sexual, I guess you call it,
Innuendos.
exactly,
Yeah.
innuendos from pulling the hair back and riding a guy,
Yeah.
to a man wearing a dress. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Right.
There's just a lot of things happening there if you dissect that film and other
Right.
films, other TV shows. So that'll be outside of school.
Okay.
But inside of school, one thing that they could do is be involved, right? Is let the teacher know your name and your face. Let them know that you're not okay with sexual conversations with your minor child while you're not there.
Yeah.
And also to advocate at the school district. By us not speaking up against the sexualization of children, we allow it to happen.
Okay, yeah, that's good advice. I mean, for especially minority neighborhoods, in my view, my experience, the parents that I talk to don't like this kind of thing, And you're right. We need to step up and encourage each other to speak up at the school board, at the city council, because if they don't know that we don't like something, they're just going to do whatever they want.
Exactly, and another thing too, it brings accountability to the representatives, because when you have when you schedule a meeting, right, or you make a public comment and you have a conversation with these people,
and
you tell them, look, I'm not okay with pervasively vulgar books being shown to my child. I'm not okay with the teacher asking sexual preferences to my child. That is part of a K through 12 sex education curriculum. This is documented.
Right.
You can find this stuff at your local school district or other districts as well. It's happening. And when you let them know that, they know someone's watching.
Okay. So it's good that we're doing this interview and that we're going to post it on social media so people will know.
We were talking before about the connection between, and we're doing this series about child trafficking and all that. And my question is always, how do we protect our kids? What can we do as parents? But maybe you can just really briefly, because we don't have unlimited amount of time, but talk about that connection and what we can do to feel empowered as parents to help protect our kids.
What I would say is, in terms of the trafficking and things of that nature, being informed about who your child talks to on social media. For example, I've seen kids play on Roblox, and as I'm passing walking by, I hear sexual conversations being done on the group chats.
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying. I had a friend has a house one time, and his little sister was being messaged by a predator.
Oh no!
But the only way we found out was because she had mentioned that she felt weird that this person was asking for naked pictures of herself. And so then she spoke up.
Oh, good.
But searching our children's devices. Saying text messages and things of that nature. So having parental supervision while using technological devices. And then another thing too is bringing awareness to the issue as well. So in Pomona, it's a big issue.
Okay.
So there was 85,000 children that went missing at the Pomona Fairplex in 2021.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's a lot of kids.
Exactly, and they were from Guatemala.
From Guatemala.
Yeah. From a town called Barrilas.
Okay.
And it's sad because majority of Pomona residents don't know this occurred in their backyard.
Yeah, they don't.
And another thing too is that they're unaware that they were PUSD students as well. Yes, and that the district actually placed teachers on temporary assignment to the Pomona Fairplex, and they were not given closure as to what happened to these children.
Wow! So the California government did this. Or was it federal?
The federal government did this.
Oh, so this was under Joe Biden.
Yes.
Wow.
So wait, 85,000 children were from were missing from where?
From Guatemala. The majority of them.
From Guatemala, from that part of Guatemala, the same part. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a town in Guatemala. So there were migrant children that were caught at the border and then were detained by ICE.
Yeah.
And then they were transferred from the Southern California border to Pomona Fairplex for temporary housing.
Okay, right. I understand.
So at the time, I was with the American Red Cross, attempting to give aid to those children, and
Yeah.
where they disappeared.
Right.
Where I got stuck with with the resources. In this case, it was stuffed animals.
Okay.
Where I got stuck with those resources and not given an explanation as to what happened to these children.
Yeah, we've been in kind of like this fight for children for a long time, and I remember that happening. It was during the, pandemic and all that stuff. And every time we spoke out against something like that, when it had to do with children, we would get shut down on social media. Posts would be deleted, or our whole accounts would just be nuked. So it seems to be a problem throughout every level of government. Whether it be trafficking or sexualizing your own children in your own neighborhood.
Yes.
Wow, what a conspiracy.
Right. Well, the thing is that people like to use that word conspiracy.
Yeah.
But then it's actually fact.
Yeah.
Once they look for open source information that's not illegal to obtain, and it can be obtained through your phone. So you can search it up and question what people like me and you are talking about.
Yeah, that's right. And I just use that word because I know people are familiar with it.
Singular.
Yeah, but you know what the difference between a conspiracy theory and a conspiracy fact is?
Sure, tell me.
6 months.
Oh man.
In fact, we just interviewed a man named Dr. Frank, and he mentioned the $4 billion settlement. The Los Angeles County.
400 million.
No, billion.
It was 4 billion.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's more than 400 million. It's $400 billion settlement against the Child Protective Services in Los Angeles County.
Wow.
Because the children were sexually abused in their facilities.
Yes. So this is a common thing. There is a Georgia state senator that she passed away fighting for against child trafficking.
Yeah.
And I don't remember her name right now. Oh, Nancy Schaefer.
Nancy Schaefer. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah, Nancy Schaefer.
Yeah. Her and her husband were found dead.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you read her report, it will detail how she says do not trust the Child Protective Services system, and how she also shows that under Bill Clinton, I want to say it was the Safe Families Act.
Something like that, yeah.
That there was thousands of dollars incentive to adopt out children.
Wow. So we have this thing from the top all the way to local government, where it begins with, innuendos, and then, and then straight up obscene materials, and then teaching to be over-sexualized, all the way up to being trafficked through all sorts of authority in government. And so it's just something that we have to pray about. And I think this is an alarm bell for all the parents in Los Angeles County or abroad, different states, different counties.
States. Yeah,
all of it. Because children are being abducted even in, the Midwest states that we think are safe, and all of that. It's all connected, I think. Do you agree?
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So the thing is that every city council, every school board, if you go digging for bones, you'll find them.
Yeah, that's true. So we have a few minutes left. We're going to be at an event in the city of Pomona in a week or so, and it's to inform parents about how to opt out of some of these classes.
Yes.
Can you explain to the audience what that is?
Sure. So this is a parental rights workshop that's being held at a local church in Pomona, and it will help parents to become informed of the current climate that we're living in, along with some recent win that we have, which is the ability to opt out of I guess you would say just sexually involved material.
Okay, good. And yeah, I was asked to be a part of that, and I'm honored to be a part of that. Not just in Pomona, but in other places as well. I think it's important for parents to know what you can do so that your kids won't be over sexualized in the classroom or in a public sense, right?
Yes.
And so we're going to provide all that information there.
Exactly. Yeah. So for the people that attend, they will get an update as to what's happening locally, along with the recent Supreme Court ruling and what that means for us.
All right. So before we go, what was the Supreme Court ruling?
I don't remember the case right now at the top of my
Okay.
head. I'm actually
What's the gist of it?
basically that we have the right to opt out of these controversial.
There you go.
Topics we're speaking of.
Definitely. And I think it should be conversed about. It should be talked about because parents really need to know what's happening with their kids. Awesome, Angel. So, we're about out of time, but do you have anything to say to the audience? Where can they find you if they want to contact you, things like that?
Sure. What I would say for closing comments is, pray.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
You'll pray for our community, your city, your county, your state, and your federal officials, and pray that they make their choices in good faith.
Yeah.
And in making wise decisions when it comes to choices that affect us, right?
That's right.
And then also to take a stand for the children.
Yeah. Awesome. Wow. It was an honor to have you on our couch. And I look forward to working with you, and we should get together and have a barbecue or something, with the kids. And but one more thing, where can they contact you, through an email or social media?
Sure. For an email, it'll be pomonavisionary2020@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Angel. And for you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And YouTube's going to show you a video. It's going to suggest a video right here, probably. And with that said, we love you all. Godspeed and God bless. Bye.
Bye.
Cut. Good stuff.
It's hot.
All right, we can turn that on now.
Hot conversation.